Hello, I'm Nicola Davies and I'm the author of a new novel called The Song That Sings Us. It's not my first book. I think it's probably about my 70th. I've written non-fiction, fiction, poetry, all for children, books that are read around the world and translated into many different languages. Almost all of them are in some way about nature and about human relationships with the natural world. Almost all of them are rooted in my background as a field zoologist. I started my career following humpback whales in very small boats. In some ways, this novel is entirely consistent with everything else I've written. It's rooted in what I really know about animals, about their ability to think, about their behaviour, and about how very deeply we humans are all connected to living things. But I wanted to write about that in a really different way, in a way that was more emotionally engaging, more adventurous, in a way that made my readers think deeply and that took them on a very exciting journey, not least because I absolutely adore writing action sequences and dialogue. So I invented another world. A world where some humans have always had the gift of eavesdropping on animal thoughts. Now, they don't always understand what they hear and they don't always behave well when they do. Yet from this gift of listening, a society is born where respect for nature is woven into the warp and weft of human culture. But in my imaginary world, as in our real world, things are changing. There are those who want to dominate nature, to use it, to own it, to sell it, and they most definitely do not want to listen to anything any animal has to say. These people are known as the Automators, and they've seized power. They've outlawed the gift of listening, and they are busy destroying the natural world for their gain. They're opposed by a tiny but determined minority, a rebel movement called Green Thorn, whose mysterious leader, the Ghost, has, at the start of the story, been missing for a decade. Green Thorn are not the only opposition. As the Automators' power rises, so does the number of listeners. And something else is happening too. There are animals which have a new ability, the ability to enter a human mind and speak directly to it. My story centres on three siblings: Harlon, a girl who is the eldest, and her brother Ash and Xeno, younger twins, who possess the forbidden power of listening. The story starts just before dawn, high in the mountains, when Automator forces come to take Ash and Xeno. While their mother gives them covering fire, the children escape, first by snowboarding down a terrifying steep slope, pursued by robot falcons. An avalanche strikes, and the children are separated. They're forced to pursue different paths, uncertain where to go, only guided by their desire to find each other and their promise to their mother to find their way to an island lost in the depths of the ocean. There are other guiding forces at work in the story. Animal characters who possess this new power of speaking to a human mind. They guide and befriend the children. A wolverine called the Gula becomes Ash's special companion. An elephant called Enkalamba heals Harlan and guides her on a green thorn mission through the forest. And a tiger sea captain called Scrimsley, of whom I am particularly fond, has a paw on the steering wheel of the action. There is friendship. There is laughter, there's a lot of heart-stopping danger and plot twists. Hidden identity is a big feature of the story here. There are chases, there are fights, there are escapes, Arctic wastes and steamy jungles. The ending is potentially an apocalyptic tragedy, as is the ending facing us in the real world. What can save my characters? Well, you'll have to read The Song That Sings Us to find out, but I'll give you a clue. It's the same thing that could save us. The realisation that we are all of us, from microbe to mushroom, from hammerhead shark to human, wolverine, elephant, whale and songbird, one family of life, one kin.